Hi, welcome back to Extraordinary Moments with Anita. One of the many questions I'm often asked is, why did you start Extraordinary Moments with Anita? So today I'm going to be sharing the story and the heart behind this platform. So join me. It really started with the realization that extraordinary moments are not just this huge once in a lifetime events, but there's sometimes this little sparks that reminds us of our purpose, of our resilience and the beauty of being a human. I've had my share of challenges, name it, storms, and all the many things I've been through in my life. And I wanted to share not just my victories, not just my story, but to create a space where other people who had gone through what they went through or who are going through stuff can share their own victory, what happened to them, how it happened, how they overcame it, and to also inspire those who are still in it. And that's what it was all about, and that's how it started. Not at all. It's a movement. It's a safe space. I wanted extraordinary moments to be a place where people feel seen, heard, and inspired. We live in a world where bad news travel even faster than light. So I wanted I wanted people to know that, hope, faith, courage, miracles, name it, travel even faster if we tell the right story. I think it's the raw honesty. I don't just talk about the polished moments in our lives. I talk about things that people don't often put on Instagram or Facebook on social media. I think I talk about things people that happen to people, those moments in the car where you're stuck, where you're crying, where you feel hopeless, where you think that your life is finished, your life is gone, you can never make it. I talk about the times that people had mental issues and they try to commit suicide, like I once tried to do, not once, twice. I talk about the ugly stories that we don't see online, and we also talk about the victories and the mercies of God. We talk about the miracles that happens, like my book says, miracle in the storm. When you're in the storm of life, the miracles that God brings in your way, that brings you out of that storm. I talk about the mess in your life, those things that people don't show on Instagram, those things that, yeah, that you don't get to hear all the time. So when I come and share my story, or when someone else come to share their story, you see that you're not the only one going through that. You see that what you thought that was so bad, was such a mess in your life, that someone else who is going through it in a higher measure, and you can say to yourself, oh, I'm not the only one. Oh, this person had victory over whatever it is that they're going through. People come to my show and talk about, being mentally ill. They talk about being sexually abused. They talk about living with narcissists. They talk about, being abused. They talk about, name it, breaking breaking generational cycles and strongholds. They talk about jealousy, they talk about their marriage, they talk about so many things that we don't get to see every day on social media. And that is the raw honesty of people sharing their real story, the unfiltered, raw, uncut stories of their life, and allowing other people to learn from it, to be inspired and motivated by it. Two things. First, a renewed belief in themselves, to know that no matter where they are in their lives, they can rewrite their story. And secondly, extraordinary moments happen everywhere. Sometimes it's the kind word from a stranger, sometimes it's the courage to take a step, even if it's a small step towards achieving your dreams. It's sometimes it just, that extraordinary moment is just waiting to be noticed. It's everywhere. It's not this huge mighty thing waiting to happen. No, it's it's everywhere. It's just waiting to be noticed. It just a smile from a stranger. It's a smile from a baby. It's a kind word from somebody. It's just those little things, this spark, that happens every time, everywhere. You just look and you will see it. It's not waiting to be. It's not waiting to happen. It's already happening. You just need to notice it. Okay. I would say, Anita, don't wait to feel ready before you share your story, because it is that your story. For all you know, is that your story that's going to motivate them, inspire them, transform their lives, and it might be that your story that would stop someone from committing suicide. It might be just that your story that might stop someone from thinking, I'm not enough, I'm not worthy. They need to know that even in your imperfection, God can bring out a beauty in it that will transform other lives. Even your mess can become, a message for others. So, yeah, that's what that's that's what I'm going to say. Because one thing we don't know is that we don't inspire people because we're perfect. No, we inspire people because we are real. So share your real story, your raw, uncut story, and that would inspire people. It's not because you're glamorous, you're perfect, you're that. No one is perfect. So don't keep waiting until everything is perfect. You're not perfect, but in your imperfection, God can use you. Okay. So to everyone watching, I hope you find an extraordinary moment, and when you do, hold on to it and pass it on. Thank you.